A stare, a joke, a sentence said a little too honestly. That's all it took. One live stream turned Larry Wheely's marriage into a public courtroom.
He's fine, but no, he's not my type.
So he's hot, but no. He's hot, but I don't find him attractive.
I don't give a f. You're a loser, I'm sorry.
And so Larry Wheels is actually a.
And the more you watch the clips, the worse it feels.
If I was Greg, I would take his girlfriend hand and be like, babe, you're starting to look like Marlon from the White Chicks. Please lay off those fillers.
You're not special. Like, I know who Larry Wheels is. If I knew this was his girl, I would have hit her up.
I'm not interested. You're ugly, you talk about women.
How does one of the strongest men on the planet look this uncomfortable sitting next to his own wife?
Why would I make you sign a prenup? That would just show that I don't trust you.
It doesn't excite me to sleep with another woman. It excites me more if you sleep with another man.
And tonight, we're breaking all of it down. Larry Williams, better known as Larry Wheels, was born on December 3rd, 1994, a kid who grew up with almost nothing. From a very young age, lifting was his way of escaping reality. By 17, he was already using steroids, which is wild when you really think about it.
At 17? Yeah, at 17, yeah. Didn't take very long for me to think, this is a great idea.
Most teenagers are worried about school. Larry was chasing size and power like his life depended on it. And in a way, it did. The results came fast. A freak physique, freak strength. He was lifting weights that even experienced powerlifters looked at and said, that's not normal. At his prime, Larry felt almost superhuman. In and outside the gym, money started flowing in. YouTube revenue, sponsors, his PR company, appearances, collabs. We're talking millions a year. The guy who once had nothing was suddenly living a life most people dream about. And he didn't keep the spotlight to himself. He collaborated with smaller creators, they got exposure, he got views. It was a smart move. But success has a strange side effect. It exposes what you already struggle with, and for Larry, that dark side came fast. He developed an addiction to girls, especially webcam girls, and this wasn't small spending, we're talking huge amounts of money. And he has openly admitted he went broke because of it.
Every single month, I have been spending any and every last bit of extra money that I have come in monthly on campsites, leaving me with nothing every month. I had no savings, I had nothing for my future, and in the last 6 months in a negative balance.
How much is the most you've ever spent on these sites?
I like 5 figures a day.
A day?
5 figures a day.
Wow, Larry.
It was bad.
Imagine making millions and still ending up with nothing. That's not a money problem. That's a hole inside that money can't fill. He even tried OnlyFans later, thinking maybe he could flip the script and profit from that world. But as you may already guessed it, no one wanna watch that shit. Larry's love life has never been private. Before his current marriage, there was Chelsea King. They were together for around 5 years. For a while, fans saw them as a power couple, and the image looked solid. Then, 2019 hit. Their breakup was highly controversial and publicized after she released a video making serious allegations regarding their relationship.
I've been with him for 5 years, and he's cheated on me for 5 years, since day one. This is cheating on me with the woman, this is cheating on me with the man.
And once something like that goes public, it never really disappears.
Don't touch this. This is mine. You know what I mean? This is mine. This is mine.
After that chapter ended, Larry moved to Dubai. That's when Nicole Drinkwater came in. Nicole was already in the fitness space. During his Dubai era, around 2020, she became a regular presence in his videos.
This fiction, here it's smooth. Bar is getting thicker.
And for years, fans got used to seeing her next to him during his Live in Dubai era. But if you followed Larry long enough, you know stability around him rarely lasts quietly. Around 2021, a new name appeared, Sejla Jakovac, a Serbian model who worked as a commercial flight attendant for Etihad Airways and later transitioned into VIP cabin crew services for private jets in Dubai after completing specialized training in 2017. At that time, she wasn't a public figure. She entered Larry's life as an outsider to the industry. Their relationship became more public as Larry spent significant time in her home country of Serbia, and she began appearing in his training videos and social media content. Then came the engagement. Roughly a year after meeting her, he proposed. Not long after that, they were married. And here's where things get confusing. If you only followed her social media, you might not even know she had a husband. Looking at her snap, I thought she was single this whole time. I went to Instagram, the same thing. No couple photos, no big wedding posts, no proud of my husband energy that you usually see from newly married influencers. You had to go to Larry's side to even understand they were a married couple, and whether that means something or means nothing. The internet will always choose the dramatic interpretation.
My wife knows how to jiu-jitsu. You know jiu-jitsu? Just try her out, man.
No, brother.
The moment that really lit the match, Larry was streaming with UFC legend Rampage Jackson, a superstar in combat sports, a millionaire, a name that carries weight far outside YouTube.
Larry Wheels is younger. What percentage of girls do you think go for younger men versus older men?
The stream keeps rolling. At one point, Larry turns away, focused on a fan behind the camera, while his wife was standing with Rampage. That's when viewers noticed her posture. She's standing with her arms behind her back, chest forward, playing with her hair while her eyes locked in Rampage's direction for longer than people expected.
Most men will never experience that kind of gaze. That is a telltale sign that a woman is infatuated with you, that she thinks you're God's gift, that she would just love to rip down your pants and go to town.
You can even see Rampage realizing how long the eye contact lasts, and to his credit, he looks like he's trying to stay respectful. He keeps his attention moving, like he knows this could become awkward fast. But the camera doesn't miss anything. When she finally walks away, there's another glance. A strange one. And once that clip hit social media, it exploded. Larry and his wife went on kick, sitting side by side while thousands of people waited for answers, and you could feel the tension through the screen.
I'm feeling him touching my hair, whatever.
Are you?
Huh?
Are you?
He's fine, but no, he's not my type.
It was one of those answers that tries to sit in the middle, not insulting Rampage and not denying attraction either. A diplomatic answer.
So he's hot, but no. He's hot, but I don't find him attractive. You know, I was just playing with my hair and flirting with him because he's hot, but I personally don't like that look. Why? Well, because he's older.
You can actually see the disappointment flash across Larry's face for a split second. He recovers fast, laughs it off, and keeps the stream moving. But the camera caught that micro expression.
Larry giving her the death stare. I mean, all due respect to him, I don't like older guys. Like, I like them my age, or he's a bit younger than me, he's a couple years younger than me. So.
I like older guys than says he is young.
What do you mean guys? There's only one guy for you to like.
He just sounds so beta at this point.
You find other men attractive besides me?
I mean, I can acknowledge somebody looks good.
Another stream, another question that probably should have stayed private. Larry looks at her and asks something every man has thought about at least once at 3 a.m. in silence.
Would you still love me if I had no money and status?
Would I start a relationship with you from the beginning if you had no money? The answer is no.
She basically confirms what viewers were afraid of, that if he approached her as a regular guy without fame and money, they wouldn't be sitting there together.
If I didn't have money and status and I approached you, I would have gotten left on scene.
Yes.
Or maybe an unopened message in your DM.
Yes.
That translates in the man's head to one brutal message: you are your wallet.
Like, think about it. If you had a sister, would you let her date a brokey? That means your sister has no standards. There is nothing wrong with attracting girls that want money. And please release me of the shackles of men wanting women to struggle. I don't give a f***. If you're broke and you're not treating your woman, you're a loser. I'm sorry.
Larry tries to spin it, rationalize it. You can see him building a defense for her in real time.
I want money and status to attract you. And I enjoy taking care of my woman. I enjoy spoiling you with gifts, taking you on nice trips, you know, making sure you have whatever procedures you want done to look your best.
But he knows deep inside that if something happened and he lose his money, she wouldn't be there anymore. That's the fear of anyone whose identity is tied to success. Another clip adds fuel to the fire. During a different stream, Shayla was asked, "Do you even like bodybuilders?"
I never really cared just because I never found any attractive, to be honest. Nothing wrong with that, it's just not my type.
She admits big bodybuilder physiques aren't really her thing. So, if she doesn't like bodybuilders, how did she fall in love with one of the most extreme physiques in the fitness world? If it's not the body, then what is it? It looked like a contradiction, and contradictions make people uncomfortable, especially when money is already part of the conversation. Then comes another clip. The conversation somehow drifts into fertility jokes. Those kind of topics most couples would never touch in private, let alone broadcast to the world.
Adoption might be something we have to consider in the future. Would you be open to adopting something?
And she jokes about another man donating sperm if Larry couldn't have kids. Not just any man, The Rock.
It has to be somebody who looks like you, so maybe we get sperm from The Rock.
I'm a fan of The Rock, but no.
Well, what's wrong? Like if you're infertile, he just can be a donor, not actually doing anything. Just he can be a donor, so we have somebody that resembles you.
That awkward smile people use when they don't know whether to laugh or shut the conversation down to viewers. It wasn't just a joke. It sounded like admiration aimed in the worst direction at the worst time, bringing another man into a conversation about starting a family on camera in front of millions. Just when people thought the situation couldn't get worse, it did. This time, someone asked Shayla to rate another streamer.
Someone's saying for you to rate Marlon.
He has a perfect face. I mean, he's a 10.
A 10?
He's a 10.
What?
He's a 10.
Perfect face.
He does.
Here's the thing that shifts this whole story from internet drama to real-life consequences. If this was just a girlfriend situation, most people would shrug and move on. Dating is messy, but this isn't a girlfriend, this is his wife. And the part that shocked me the most, it was the prenup. Larry openly explained he didn't sign one. He said he trusts her. Simple as that. Just faith in the relationship.
Why would I make you sign a prenup? That would just show that I don't trust you. To begin with, I'm not going to marry somebody I don't trust.
He's entering marriage like a guy who actually believes in forever. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Love and law are two different systems. You can trust someone with your heart and still protect your future.
But you know what's crazy? Nowadays, prenups don't even mean shit because they can sue you. Like, if y'all broke up, she can sue you even if you have a prenup for the lifestyle that you were living.
Everything can flip in a year, let alone 10 years from now. That feels like another lifetime.
He brought me all the way here from Dubai and from Serbia, so he has to take care of me if we get that divorce.
A prenup isn't an insult. You don't wear a seatbelt because you plan to crash. You wear it because life is unpredictable. Then comes the Myron situation. Myron Gaines from Fresh and Fit reacts to the clips and gives his opinion. On Livestream, Shayla responds. She claims Myron tried to DM her and she ignored
He's
it.
a troll. Like, he was like, oh, I saw on Twitter saying, Larry, you should leave this girl, whatever. I mean, why does he want you to leave me so bad? You know, is he bitter because I left him on scene 2 times? I never replied to his DM. What the f you want? I'm not interested. You're ugly, you talk shit about women. So what the f you messaging me for?
Bro really thought that he was about to cuck me. Nice try.
She even tries to show the messages on her phone to the camera.
There you go. Hold on.
But the audience can't clearly see anything. Myron responds again and he calls it out.
So what we'll do, if a rapper or someone famous hits them up, they'll screenshot it and they'll save it and it's like a flex. Yo, these dudes don't remember hitting you up. They don't care that they hit you up. You're not special. Again, I don't even know if it's me. If it is me, I apologize for nothing. And if it is me, I didn't know that she was with him, okay? Like, I know who Larry Wills is. If I knew this was his girl, I wouldn't hit her up. Like, I'm not
Now, it's not just relationship drama, it's influencer war. Clips, reactions, and the tension around Larry keeps growing. Then things get physical. Larry and Shayla go live with Rampage again. One of Rampage's friends was drunk and disrespectful toward Shayla, crossing lines on stream.
Bro, don't disrespect this motherfucker. Like, don't do. Oh, whoa, bro.
I just want to hug.
I'm sorry.
And this time, Larry doesn't sit still. He slaps the guy, then enters Greg Doucette. On Livestream, Shayla mocks Greg's girlfriend.
If I was Greg, first of all, since he wants to give relationship advice, I would take his girlfriend's hand and be like, babe, we have to talk about something. I'd be like, you're starting to look like Marlon from the White Chicks. Please lay off those fillers. Like, I have nothing against plastic surgery, clearly, and fillers, but she looks terrible.
And Greg responds the way Greg always does.
You say whatever you want to Coach Greg, I don't care. But when you go and attack my girlfriend for no reason who did nothing wrong, you're then making it personal. And so Larry Wheels is actually a cuck. And I'm not suggesting maybe, I'm not saying I think, I'm saying that I know.
For those who don't know, that word basically means a man who enjoys watching his woman with other men. But Greg doesn't stop at words. He shows screenshots, a conversations involving Larry and his ex.
One day I want you to text me about this kind of stuff and talk to me like a cuckold with the bowing down sign.
Then the bomb drops. John Bravo releases a video titled The Larry Wales Files.
You guys all asking for the Lowry files? I'm gonna show them to you, but like I said in the beginning, you guys may have nightmares from this shit.
He shows screenshots, DMs, conversations, claims about Larry's past relationships.
It doesn't excite me to sleep with another woman. It excites me more if you sleep with another man.
The video goes viral, and suddenly all those earlier moments start looking different. The stare at Rampage, the 10 out of 10, the he's hot but not my type, the money question, the rock joke, the no prenup. When you connect them one by one, the narrative shifts in people's minds. It's no longer, is she disrespectful? It becomes, does Larry actually allow this? That's the twist nobody expected. Maybe this dynamic isn't accidental. Maybe it's chosen. And once you attach a word like that to a man's name, especially in the fitness world, it follows him forever. Tell me what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.